of week 3, we would be discussing classroom emotions. Random acts of expressing and regulating emotions are practiced in the class. Appreciating a good job done by a child, thanking a child for helping a peer, and being there for a friend when feeling low can be observed in the class many times. This is an implicit, automatic response to the situation and operates spontaneously. While some children have this innate ability to express regulated emotions with appropriate intensity, frequency, quality, and for the required duration, some are ill-equipped to do so. It is here that the teacher needs to school their children on regulating and expressing their emotions. Expressing emotions with desired intensity, frequency, quality, and duration mindfully is explicit emotional regulation. Desirable response to heightened emotion states can be strengthened by maintaining adaptive responses. How can teachers do this? This is where the debrief of the process becomes important after every activity. We, as teachers, generally summarize the content of the presentation or a group discussion, a role play, or a debate at the end of the task. But have we ever tried to discuss with the students what happens during the process? How did they convince their friends? How did they present their point of view and get their group members to understand that this is an important aspect too? How did they resolve a conflict that cropped up while they were working at the project? How did they coordinate and distribute the task among themselves? Discussing points like these provides space for the children to discuss the intensity, frequency, quality, and duration of the emotions and the time that was wasted before they bounced back to normal. Further, using cognitive reframing, they can be restructured. Children learn to manage their emotions and express them in an appropriate manner or even make up for the unpleasant situation. This helps in strengthening bonds in the class and children feel emotionally safe in the class. What happens when the conflict rises? Cognitive reframing helps to restructure the belief system and the thought process, helping us have a better control over our emotions. Sometimes we hold on to these beliefs so much so that we find it difficult to reorganize them. This gives rise to an internal conflict. To handle this internal conflict, we rationalize our emotions and feelings. This appears as though emotions are being manipulated. Children resort to this many times even without realizing it. They try to manage a conflicting situation by rationalizing it. This has more to do when the child has scored less in a test and tells the mother that all others have also scored less and reveals his marks at the end. This appears as though the child is trying to manage the situation to avoid scolding or resentment from the mother. This brings us to the end of this section on regulating emotions in the classroom. In the next section, we would be focusing about the benefits of expressing empathy and gratitude. Thank you.